Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, dear judges, dear audience. Can I introduce ourselves? My colleague, Mr. Imre Sirbik, member of Council of Europe, and for 20 years now nearly, mayor of Szentes town. My name is Zoltán Szabó. I'm the member of the municipality and also vice president of the social council of our town. First of all, let me introduce you a small video just to get a few images of Szentes town. now it will be the presentation. Szentes is an open European town which welcomes the ambassadors of economy, sports, culture and tourism with open arms, takes interest in others and proudly shows its own values. Szentes is located in the southern Great Plain region of Hungary, Csongrád County, and it is the third most populated town of the county. It is surrounded by the Tisza River and the Tripőkörös River, and the Kursa River runs through it. The region of Szentes has a typical scenery of the Great Plain with its farms and ploughlands, bank of the Tisza River and the basin of the Tripőkörös River. Its unique natural resource is a rich thermal water reserve, as there are 32 geothermal water wells in the administrative area of Szentes, and their degree of temperature between 85 and 90 degrees Celsius. The town utilizes the benefits of its natural assets for the purpose both economy and tourism. Due to the Norwegian grants, Szentes has the second largest district heating system on the geothermal energy in Europe after Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland. With the investments and modernization of energy infrastructure, the carbon dioxide emissions are reduced by 800 tons every year. The investment in schools, kindergartens, and blocks of flats built as using industrial technology allowed to heat these buildings with less thermal energy. The thermal water in Szentes is bicarbonate alkaline mineral water, the water well number 1, declared medicinally water by the Minister of Health. This well, which was dug in 1957, is the first well of the town, and this water is suitable for treatment of locomotive disorders, rheumatic and gynecological diseases. It is 1,735 meters deep, and its water temperature is 75 degrees. The natural sites in the vicinity of Szentes, including steppe areas, are the gallery forests along the Tisza River. In these areas are numerous species of herons, birds of prey, blackstrokes, whitestrokes, cornclay, red-footed falcon, lapwing. The ecological community of aquatic plants also typical of the area. Species of gallery forest in the floodplain area are the poplar willow, oak, ash, elm. The steppe areas are characterized by a community of marsh plants. The most valuable species of birds in these areas, Montagu's harrier, godwit, graced bustard. The natural beauty of the Tisza and the Körös rivers and its rich fauna and flora greatly contribute to the unique natural endowment of Szentes. The 16-hectare park of the hospital is a protected area which was established in the 1930s. The main channel of the Kursa River runs through it. The worst geothermal water well is the town as is located here. The thermal lake at the border of Szentes is the biggest thermal lake in Central Europe, which also provides the excellent geothermal properties of the town. It has become a significant water for habitat, and has been playing an important role in the migration and nesting of some highly protected birds for several years. It is also a unique bird reserve with its 176 valuable species. The thermal lake of Szentes is a special protection area now for birds in the Nature 2000 network. The plant nursery, which is based on geothermal heating, is known as the biggest adjoining nursery with greenhouses and plastic tunnels in Europe. Szentes won the second place in the Hungarian Landscape Award competition in 2013. The Hungarian Landscape Award was established for the local authorities, associations of local authorities, and civil society organizations which made great efforts protecting, managing, and planning the Hungarian landscape. The environmental protection and regional development organizations of the European Union members states announced the second Capital of Biodiversity competition. It is eligible to those settlements which do the utmost to preserve and protect biodiversity. Szentes was crowned with the Hungarian title of Capital of Biodiversity 2011. With this win, Szentes was invited to the International Conference of Biodiversity in Brussels, where Szentes was awarded the title of European Capital of Biodiversity 2011. Arts, culture, and national heritage. Szentes has very rich cultural traditions. Prominent institutions are at the townspeople's service. The Cultural Center of Szentes is the biggest of the town's community cultural institutions. It has 5 buildings to welcome visitors. The Tokácsli Gallery is the most important scene for fine arts. It is one of the few local maintained provincial museums which hosts nationally recognized exhibitions. Since its foundation in 1973, it has hosted more than 300 big exhibitions up to the present time. The musical life of Szentes goes back a long way. The most important elements of still vibrant music life are the 40-member Bárdos Lajos Mix Choir, the Szentes Town Concert Band, and the Plectrum Zither Band. One of the most visited community cultural institutions of the town is the town library, which is located in the building of a former synagogue. The Kosztai József Museum houses a very rich collection of fine arts. There are two other museums which preserve our cultural heritage, the Péter Pál Town Museum and the newly renovated Friedrich Photo Laboratory. The archive is situated in the building of the former county hall, and has been taking the care of all documents of Csongrád County, Szentes, former districts and villages of the county since the 18th century. The newly renovated building also houses of conferences and culture center, which is unique in the region. The main task of House of Arts include preserving handicraft tradition in Szentes. It is a region in imparting knowledge or handicraft of young and adult generations. Szentes provides significant financial support for and pays a special attention to the cultural life of the town. There is always a wide range of choice, theatre, music, and art programs. Due to the cooperation of civil organizations, the municipality and companies in Szentes, the cultural life is very varied in the town. Besides the Lajta László Concert Hall, there are other venues for classical music concerts. The Szent Anna Roman Catholic Church, the Evangelical Church, and the Protestant Great Church are also regular places of classical music concerts. In addition, there are continuous local history researches. The municipality also pays special attention to publish the local painted materials. In the last few years, important county national and international events have been organized in the town with guaranteed financial backing. The summer theatre programs are organized every year, and we also regularly organize the Cultural Festival of Twin Towns. The Roma and Greek minorities greatly contribute to the cultural diversity of Szentes. With their rich cultural traditions, they have been continuously maintained. In 2010, Szentes was presented the Town of Statues award by the Minister of Education and Culture. This award is to honor to municipalities which prominently support the life of culture and arts, as well as set a good example in showing their values. In November 2012, the Studium Generale Talent Support Program was restarted in Szentes. As a result of cooperation among the University of Szeged, Municipality of Szentes, and successful and generous companies in Szentes, this new special program was launched to increase the chance of students to further their studies. The aim of the local enterprises is to enable more students to get a degree and build a career and a future in Szentes. Cultural and historical heritage of churches. The Reformed Church in Szentes was established between around 1542 and 1549. The cooperation project between the parish of the Protestant Great Church and the municipality of Szentes in connection with the reconstruction of the Protestant Great Church building, its retirement home and surroundings is exemplary. Since the second half of the 18th century, the Roman Catholic population of Szentes has become more and more significant. The Evangelical Church has an increasing of congregation, whereas the number of members of the Orthodox Church is decreasing. There is a close and significant cooperation between the churches and the municipality. Cultural elements of the medium-term development plans. Protecting the cultural heritage in the main direction of the development. The following directions of development have been laid down and carried out continuously in order to deepen local and regional identity, preserve local features, and further increase tourism appeal. Rehabilitation of town and settlement centers, harmonizing the buildings which were built in different ages, involving the local population and civil organization in the planning process, supporting the exchange of experience in connection with the town rehabilitation in the European Union, historic preservation, continuous maintenance of listed buildings, working out a comprehensive tourism strategy in order to utilize protected buildings. Preservation and protection for cultural traditions, professional and financial support for historic collections, publishing books and CDs about the cultural traditions of the town, supporting the revival of vernacular architecture, traditions typical of the town and its region, teaching young people the dying traditional trades like fishing, leathercrafting, thatching. We encourage the improvement of intellectual books, book publishing, cultural programs by information sharing, direct or indirect support. Another high priority task is to continuously promote the participation of the youth of Szentes in public life, as well as to provide them with necessary information with the help of regular publications. The main building of the community organization has also been renovated together with the office used by the Students' Union. Optimal solutions for environmental protection. Environmental protection is a social activity whose aim to prevent or reduce damages of the ecological conditions of human society. Our town belongs to a good air pollution level category. There is no significant large-scale source of pollution in Szentes. Nearly all streets and roads in the inner town are paved, and the number of dust-free roads, so-called field roads, is increasing in the outskirts of the town as well. In the framework of an afforestation program, the municipality of Szentes planted a few thousand trees in different parts of the town and established a plantation of new forests with EU funding. Organizing the following traditions programs helped the number of plants increase. First, the For More Flowery Szentes environmental beautification competition has been organized annually since 2004. Presenting a new light tree to a newborn baby, every newborn baby in Szentes presented with a sapling and memoriam plaque the following spring or autumn after birth. The grandmother program, every spring 10,000 seedlings are distributed among the grandmothers of the town. During the implementation of the town's energy program, widening geothermal energy utilization is a high priority task. Several developments and projects have been realized since 2008 in order to utilize alternative energies such as geothermal energy or solar energy. There is no life without water, so it is evident that one of the most important tasks of environmental protection is to preserve water. The continuous bioremediation treatment of the main channel of the Kursa River aims to improve the water quality. In addition, 2 floating fountains were continuously in the river within the town boundaries for water aeration from May to November. In town, we have a large water drain system in the residential areas. The conditions of the storm drainage system overall is 85% as a result of regular maintenance and projects in the last few years. The sewer system installation was a huge step to preserving and improving the quality of surface and groundwater. The full-scale installation of sewer system to reduce the harmful effects was completed in 2008. The illegal landfills, which were the source of the chemical and visual pollution, were also brought to an end. Our aim is to create health-supporting environment. Accordingly, the following areas continuously monitored and improved. Analyzing the connection between the environmental pollution effects of landfills and groundwater pollution in the residential area and taking necessary measures to restore the right conditions, fighting building with asbestos installation, making a noise map. Community participation and authorization. The work of civil organizations is very valuable in the cultural life of the town. There is a large number of people who work selflessly just for the right cause of improving arts and cultural life of the town. The Youth and Students' Union of Szentes has a very important role in the life of the town. Its aim is to help and develop the organizations which were established by students and to raise awareness of the rules of democracy among young people, as well as to improve their democratic skills with democracy techniques. It organizes camps and meetings for its members, as well as for its Hungarian and foreign partner organizations. They consider establishing contact with students of neighboring countries to be a very important task. The municipality of Szentes has traditionally very good relations with the civil organizations of the town. There are 128 civil organizations in the town. Their scopes of activities are wide. Everything can be found from an art schools and sports clubs and youth educational and cultural foundations and organizations. They also provide the opportunity and legal framework for lots of people, volunteers work. For years, they have been designated officials in the towns which promote the approach, cooperation, and the same way of thinking of civil and public spheres. In 2005, the first civil strategy was worked out in which the partners laid down their principles of the partnership. After this, the civil council of the town was formed from delegates of the sectoral councils. The council has a reviewing and proposing function, and its members have the right to participate in the committee meetings of their respective sector. In 2006, it provided headquarters, infrastructure, and financial support to promote the creation of a civil information point, civil point, which is operated by citizens and organizes the local civil society. Every year, the town's Civil Day is jointly organized, which creates such a forum for the civil organizations in the town. Twin towns and other international connections. The town maintains good connections with numerous foreign and Hungarian municipalities. It ensures the conditions of mutual friendship, understanding and development of local communities. In addition, it supports the idea of the European community in the spirit of respecting civil liberties and cultural values. This is demonstrated by the fact that Szentes was awarded the European Diploma, the Flag of Honor, and the Plaque of Honor by the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe. The connections comprise of cultural cooperations, science, sport, relations with the church and citizens, as well as economical health and social cooperation. At present, there are 10 twin town agreements in place, so it is safe to say the connections are strong. Equal opportunity policy. In the town library, there is a special collection for blind persons where they can use and borrow large print books, documents within a braille and audio books. There is a computer with a special software and internet access for people with disabilities. For those who cannot visit the library personally, like elder people or ill people, the documents are delivered to their homes. By organizing various programs, the town always bears in mind there should be also entertainment programs for children. We consider it is important for children to have positive social experience in their childhood, which is exactly what these programs offer. Library supporting municipality. The municipality of Szentes has already been acknowledged twice by the Minister of National Cultural Heritage for its support of the local library. The award was given to known for its continuous efforts to help the library develop, introduce new services, and offer education activities. Ensuring equal access to culture and cultural goods. In order to further improve accessibility in institutions, we exhaust all possibilities that projects offer to create equal opportunities for everybody. The community organization of Szentes was established in 2011, the Institution for Family, Child and Youth Protection, called for a new community organization. The Youth Counseling Office is also based in the building. The most important goals have remained the same: encourage and initiative of young people and ensure the local for spontaneous community life. The students who study or live in Szentes show high willingness to participate, which is remarkable, surprising even. It's worth mentioning that the preparation to start the office were widely supported by residents. 8 civil organizations joined in the initiative. Youth-Friendly Municipality Award. The award was given to Szentes by the National Association of Student and Youth Journalists in 2003. It shows well that young people feel great in our town and they get a lot of support from the municipality. Healthy lifestyle, social care in the town. The indicator of social development, it's in the status of education, healthcare, and social policy. Studying the age composition of the town, assigning weights to certain activities, it turns out the social care in the service, which can be used by all residents from birth to death. That is why social policy is of high priority and always the limelight of the publicity. Improving, extending, and aiming for need-based policy of social care has mood and health-promoting effect in all sectors of population. To achieve this, it is vital to have an effective, high-standard social welfare system and to operate an institutional network for specialty care. It is generally accepted principle that social care has to satisfy the needs at a high level, but during this process, the person who uses the service cannot become less self-sufficient or just to the extent strictly necessary. Our program is the Social Livestock Program, is quite unique in our town. In the framework of this program, every given year, the most deprived 20 families receive piglets and also get monthly supply of fodder to enable the families to raise and later slaughter the animals for food. Family-friendly municipality. In 2008, Szentes won the Family-Friendly Municipality Award. This award is given to towns which provide readily accessible basic services for families, support access to housing for families, and make it easier for children to go to educational institutions. Other important criteria were the safety of children and young people, as well as clean and healthy environment. Healthcare. Professionally, the healthcare system of Szentes covers the whole area of the town. Intensive, acute, and chronic medical care is provided in the hospital. The healthcare reform as part of the public service highlights the importance of primary medical care. The basic principle is the focus in the work of GPs, as the doctor-patient relation can last for decades with residents with different education and social status. Task to accomplish by the town for the continuous development of the healthcare system. Mass communication through electronic media, organizing lectures and meetings, health promotion at workplaces, organizing health weeks, participation of civil organizations for health promotion, continue improving healthcare workers' knowledge, developing medical institutions, improving elderly care. By improving the health of care and social network, as well as training the workers of the areas, what we seek to achieve is that elderly receive the most adequate care for their problems. With the newly renewed retirement home, which can accommodate 150 people, the town has contributed to decent living conditions for elderly who are alone. The Reformed Church also contributes to the high-quality provision for ill and elderly by operating a new retirement home. We continuously improve the home care services in most of the town. In order to improve the elderly people's sense of security in connection with healthcare, the already existing medical alert system is continuously extending, making the home care service more effectively. Addiction prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. In Szentes, we help the alcoholics reintegrate into society in cooperation with local civil organizations, and we also promote opening new rehabilitation centers. These centers provide care for people with drug addiction as well, the number of which unfortunately but increasing among young people. To prevent and reduce drug abuse, we organize special programs for all ages. To reduce tobacco use, we consider it is important to prevent students of educational institutions from smoking, to protect non-smokers and give assistance to those people who wish to give up smoking. Our top priorities are the prevention and reduction of alcohol and drug abuse, as well as the health and social damages caused by them. The town supports the civil organization working in the field of drug and alcohol prevention, as well as regular special trainings for teachers and social workers in this regard. Our aim is to ensure the possibility of healthy life for everyone right from the conception. Besides family, school has to become an essential forum for health promotion. Physical exercise is a priority in our town. The aim is to attract a wider range of population, to develop physically active lifestyle, make physical exercise become an integral part of everyday life, and make sport generally accepted as a social and community activity. Accordingly, the schools provide the option for everyday physical activity for all students. To promote sports among townspeople, a number of sporting events and sports facilities are available. In recognition of Szentes, these affects competitive and recreational sports, the town was briefly given the title of National Sports Town of 1996 by the Ministry of the time. Health in the Spotlight program. The municipality of Szentes launched its Health in the Spotlight program, which has two main parts. One of them is the vaccination against cervical cancer, HPV, for 16-year-old girls, which is free of charge and is sponsored by the town. The other part is screening and prevention program, whose first phase lasted 9 months, achieving huge success amongst the town people. Strategic planning. The aim of the strategic planning is to define the future social and economic life of Szentes, at least in the medium term, and to provide instruments for town development. The town development concept of Szentes was adopted in 2006. The situation assessment of the town was based on statistics, information, and provided documents. The townspeople, local businesses, churches, civil and other organizations made suggestions on the town development by filling out a questionnaire. In addition, there were several forums for different age groups to express their ideas or concerns in connection with planning. The town's vision for the future is basic objective of the development plans. This vision is primarily based on the town's geographical endowments and the traditionals, as well as new dynamism and quality improvement efforts, which represent the best of development for the town. The objective in the future vision of Szentes is realistic, considering the town's endowments and its systematic and purposeful development process, especially if we can achieve most of the programs in the next 10 years. The strengths of the town are its excellent geological and natural conditions. The town's economy has successfully responded to new challenges and unexpected situations over the past decade. Szentes has excellently protected and taken care of its built and natural environment, as well as operated and developed its institutional system in all aspects of life. We have to continue this work in an integral and continuous way so that the strategic priority goals can be achieved by public-partner partnership. As we say, freedom, Szentes, I love it. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the rich presentation. I have two different kind of questions. The one is that when you were describing your cultural heritage and the actions of the cultural activities of the city, you mentioned the contributions of the Roma and Greek groups. But if you look at the other side of urban life, how do you integrate the Roma people? Are they their employment, their housing, and so on?
The town has an agreement and contract with the biggest company in Szentes, who is employing mainly the Roma people in the town. So we got a contract about this. And actually we have Roma institutions as well. So we built for them a new cultural institution and they're using it. Special areas where they can find their way, and also the town provides free programs for everyone, definitely for the equal opportunities, and they can reach any source of cultural things in Szentes for free. In a social care, because I'm the vice president of social committee, I can promise you the Roma people very difficultly get a house on the normal scale. So in our social committee, we've got a special view of them and help them as much as possible.
And a completely different question about you have very interesting energy approach to energy issues because of your geothermal energy. But I didn't hear any mention of how you want to achieve the EU 2020 targets of 2020 or 2030-20. What are the actions of the city?
first of all, keeping as low as we need to use the natural resources, and mainly economical things, what we really want to achieve for 2020. So we are very proud to using our fundings, and also very keen on getting European companies to Szentes.
But I was talking about the climate targets of 2020.
Okay, sorry.
The climate.
Okay, about the climate change, because it's really affecting our town as well. So because for this geothermal energy, we actually heating the 20% of the flats and also institutions and other things. But we helped the old-style houses, in the socialist time, those flats, insulation of the flats, and also pays attention the municipality and help the people changing their like double glazed windows. So that's why we want to really reduce the emission for 2020. So that's our key on it. And those fields we cannot really use because they are not very good for like agricultural things. We planted, we got special plants from Holland, and we planted a huge area to making energy plants and give it to the people as well. And also we composting a lot. We got a special composting place in Szentes, and the biggest like wood things being separated and give it to those people who deprive for a winter. So trying to teach them not to using waste material to their heating system. We rather giving woods for them to make the air cleaner.
Thank you.
My question is related to the landscape enhancement, and you have shown some beautiful landscaped sites within the city. But could you explain some practices to enhance the urban district, including some public art or streetscaping, or some other tools of enhancement practices?
Outside of the town, you mean? What we're trying to do, for example, the dam place outside of the town, we created a huge forestation around the dam area, and because we are quite full of rivers around us, in the flood areas, we trying to even more planting of trees, and also I can see as a garden designer as well, we try everything to produce even more green areas in our town.
And you have shown many green spaces. Then in that case, have you tried to enhance the green landscape with the introducing of native plants or native species?
Definitely, yes. In our town's plan is a top priority. We have to use native plants. But about the climate change, in the native plants we're using those kind of plants which can bear, because sometimes it's 10, 12 weeks in the summer really hot weeks without a drop of rain. So we definitely using the native plants and those who can bear the really hot summers.
Do you have some special program for securing the biodiversity in enhancing the landscapes?
We created a special area for small animals between the agriculture landfills. We plant always a forest between the agriculture areas. In the flood areas, we're trying to keep, as in our development as well. And also looking really after the steppe areas, what we have, because that's really important for us with these farms as well. Thank you.
I'd like to explore a little bit about strategic planning with you. You commenced your medium plan, I think you said, in 2006.
Yeah.
Three-part question, therefore. What sort of progress have you made since then? What sort of reviews have you undertaken as a result of that progress? And have you made any changes?
We actually done our strategic program because it's really with the European Union 2013 and 2020, 2007 and 2013 programs. And including this, we've done the reconstruction of the inner city, and also there was an elderly care homes, which is what we've done already. And in the energy program, with the thermal water thing, we actually done the kind of strategic planning in this thing.
That's the first part of the question. Have you undertaken any reviews? And if so, what changes have come out of those reviews?
Yes, we did, and what we try to change and what we try to produce for a proper financial backing for those instruments what we've done, and the others what we haven't done yet. So what we try to do is get some money for those to be we sold some money for those buildings what we haven't done. I mean by the installation and the thermal water heating system. We've got a cooperation with Iceland, and because of the thermal water, they are a bit little further than us, and we're trying to achieve to make it even using even less thermal energy and taking more and other energies like solar technology or LED technology.
Under community participation and empowerment, I saw an awful lot of slides up there of happy faces. Do you have any other evidence that your community is satisfied with what you're doing?
we haven't got the statistics, but I can tell you in this question, we are a very small town with 29,000 people, and the mayor and me and the other members of the municipality meeting people every day, and they telling us immediately what they like or what they really haven't.